Okay, here's an intro video for a pretty spectacular property, 66 acres in Camden County, Missouri. This property has about 150 feet of direct frontage on the Lake of the Ozarks, the real deal. The frontage is on Golden Goose Cove, which is a fantastic cove right off the main channel, directly across from the Brown Bend Lake access, which gives you a perfect place to put your boat into the water and I mean, you can fish and everything else from Brown Bend, but I mean, you've got 150 feet of your own frontage, so where you want to fish would be kind of up to you at that point. But I don't even know where to begin because there's so much, and I'm actually pretty familiar with this area of the lake because this is basically where we take our family vacation every year. So I'm familiar with Golden Goose Cove and all the stuff in this area. Um, we were so excited to have this tract. It's next to impossible to find anything with actual lake frontage on Lake of the Ozarks, even a small lot. They're extremely expensive. They don't hit the market that often. In this case, what this is, it's this 65, about 66 acre tract, and directly across the road from this property, as we zoom in here, we've got this 150-foot strip of actual lakefront. And what that actually is it's three lots. So you're getting three separate subdivided lots directly on the lake for a total of about 150 feet of frontage. So pretty spectacular. The property itself, the bulk of the property, as you can see, is wooded here. Trying to zoom out just a little bit. Okay. Whoop. Okay, let's do that. The property's basically wooded, like most of the stuff right in this area. It was logged a few years ago. Certainly not clear cut. I mean, this aerial shows it pretty well, I think. We've got some open glade areas, which are beautiful. It's a mixture of highs and lows. It's actually got a gravel creek bed which runs across it, likely a wet weather creek, although it might have pools of water year round. I'm trying to find the water feature layer. There we go. Okay. So that shows obviously the Lake of the Ozarks, and these would be the creek beds which run across it. I think this one on the west is the bigger creek, and then this little deal flows into it and empties into the lake. But you're probably, I mean, we have not explored this property much at all, other than what you'll see in the videos on the listing. On a property this size in this area with this topography, it's very likely you're going to find a couple small springs. Feel free to check that out. I mean, you're going to have awesome rock formations. You're going to have just everything on this property. Let's switch to a topo map. Okay, this shows it pretty well. So on the topo map, the distance between each line indicates an elevation change of 20 feet. So every fifth line is a darker line. That's all the darker line is. So if we look here, this is actually the highest point over here toward the southeast side of the property. That's basically a knoll. It's got a natural glade area there, which is really cool. And from there, it slopes down as you go both north and west. So if you go straight north from the knoll, you've actually got a nice ridge that runs clean through the property. Super nice. Going westerly, you slope down into that creek bed. This is an area where the two creek beds appear to meet, and traditionally those are pretty cool areas. You'll have some cool stuff going on. We have not explored that, but feel free to check it out. It then rises up again on the other side of the creek bed, and actually you've got another ridge over here toward the southwest where the property gets pretty high. So I mean, you've got lake views and potential lake views all over. This actually has a really cool area on this property with a ton of road frontage right here that overlooks the lake and the cove there. So this is one that, I mean, definitely feel free to come and check this out. Bring your four-wheeler, bring your side-by-side, because there is so much to see. I don't think we've ever had a property. We've certainly never had one with 150 feet of lakefront, period, let alone a 66-acre property. So this really is pretty darn special. The yellow dotted lines indicate what appear to be trails. Really all we've explored of the property on foot is, I think we pulled in here and then we walked down this trail, and actually we discovered what looks like either an old building site or the start of a building site with the foundation, the wood foundation for some type of small cabin that was roughly right in here. So feel free to go check that out. But I mean, you've got a lot of different trails that you can explore. There is some nice timber left on this property. And actually, once this has been paid for in full, you can log it, you can doze it, you can, cut it for firewood, whatever you want to do after it's been paid for in full. While you're making payments to us, you can't do that. Other than we do give written permission pretty often for people who want to widen out roads or create new sites or whatnot. You just have to get a hold of us for details on that. But you do have that option. So basically, the whole east side here fronts Sandy's Drive, which loops around. You've got a small county road cutting right across it called Rise Branch Road. So you've got a lot of access to different parts of the property. And you can watch the video as well. But like we said, it's basically, if you look at the topo map, here's the highest point right here. So if we flip back to aerial map, that's right about here. As you drive north on Sandy's, it starts to slope down. You get to this Y in the road, and you can go either way. You're still basically looking at the property. But the way to get to these lake lots, I guess this indicates there's a couple ways, but the way that we went was we kept going down Sandy's Drive, take a right, and well, it curves to the right. You keep going, get down to the bottom here, and you've got to kind of do a hard turn or even a three-point turn, and now you're going basically parallel to the lake, and you can see the little cabins and homes, and that's how you can see the lakefront. From here to the water, it's quite steep. Going down, it's basically a little drop. So what everybody has done here is built with that in mind. So you've got the same situation on these three lake lots that everybody here has had. They've either done stairs going down or a parking area above, and then the cabin or home below. Some people just have docks here and don't mess with the cabins. So you've got a lot of options, but I mean, to have the three lots is pretty spectacular. Okay. I mean, we could spend all day here looking at this and zooming in on different parts. Check out the aerial video as well. As far as the lake itself, let's turn this water layer off. This is Golden Goose Cove, popular cove. It's got the Brown Bend Lake access right here, which is it's just a phenomenal place to put your boat in the water. It's totally free. It's managed, I believe, by the Conservation Department. So there's a fishing pier, there's tons of parking, bathrooms, all that good stuff. So I mean, that's literally across from the property. Golden Goose Cove itself is a really nice cove. It's a big cove just off the main channel. So here's the main channel, Lake of the Ozarks. Here's Golden Goose Cove. This has just about everything that a family would be looking for as far as lakefront property. I say this with some experience because we've been looking at different places right in this area for years. So we've gained a little knowledge about the good things to have, and having frontage on a big cove has a lot of pluses for anybody. And one of those is, I mean, you're off the main channel, so you're a little buffeted. You're off from some of the major activity. But Golden Goose Cove is a large enough cove that you can actually tube and water ski and everything right in the cove. You don't have to go out to the main channel for that. Which is really nice. But then with that, I don't know if we can see it on this or not. Okay. On some coves, some of the bigger coves, you've got people that speed through, pretty quickly, and it might not be a cove where you want to swim or have your kids swim off the dock. But in this case, here you can actually see one of the buoys here. We've got no wake zones running with the side of Golden Goose Cove, and that means that as soon as you get within those buoys toward the shore, you've got to have your craft going only at an idle speed. So you're not causing a big wake, you're not shaking these docks around, and you don't have people coming through quickly at all. So, I mean, you'll see people swimming, pontoon boats that just moor right here by the shore on any here, because you don't have the people whipping through because you have the no wake situation. So, I mean, just a lot of different things that make this a really, really nice place, specifically this part of this lake to own lakefront property. Lake of the Ozarks is fantastic. The super party area is down by Camdenton, and that's about 15 miles or so to the southeast. So that's where you've got the speedboats, the big yachts, the people, kind of partying it up and drinking, and that's fine. But if you're looking for a place where your focus is mainly fishing, mainly, a pontoon boat or tubing or jet skiing with family, this area of the lake is actually better for that. In our opinion, it's much better for that. So you get toward the midsection, or maybe what they call even the west section of Lake of the Ozarks, and you've kind of left the party scene. I mean, you still definitely have people that are out here on vacation and they're having fun, but you don't have really the speedboats buzzing through. You don't have the party barges with the college kids and all. And again, that's great, and that's available down by Camdenton. But if you want a place where the focus is fishing and families, this section of the lake is great for that. So Golden Goose Cove, perfect for that. You've got restaurants nearby on the water. I mean, you've got a harbor with a boat mechanic that's not that far. So you've just got pretty much everything you need here. So again, I'm super excited that we were able to have this property. I'm sure people have questions on this one because we've never had anything like it before. So feel free to hit us up at sales@instantacres.com. You can go to the website anytime to see if this is still available. It's www.instantacres.com. We leave all the videos on YouTube because the buyers request that we do that, and then they can continue to view them and share them with their friends and family. So unfortunately, just because it's on YouTube doesn't mean it's available, but our website is updated by the minute. So just go to instantacres.com and take a look at this. Fantastic property. I'm so excited we're able to offer this, and we look forward to speaking with you.